Welcome to Lit with Ernest, where we explore the lives and works of influential authors who have shaped the world of literature. Today, we're diving into the fascinating life and legacy of J.R.R. Tolkien, a master storyteller who created entire worlds that continue to captivate audiences today. Tolkien's significance in literature cannot be overstated. As the author of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, he has become synonymous with epic fantasy, inspiring generations of writers, artists, and fans alike. But beyond his literary achievements, Tolkien was a complex and multifaceted individual, shaped by his experiences as a soldier, scholar, and lover of languages. Born on January 3, 1892, in Bloemfontein, South Africa, Tolkien spent his early childhood in a British colony, where he developed a deep love for nature, language, and mythology. His family moved to England when he was just 3 years old, and he grew up in the West Midlands, surrounded by the rolling hills and wooded landscapes that would later inspire Middle-earth. Tolkien's educational journey took him from King Edward's School in Birmingham to Oxford University, where he studied English language and literature at Exeter College. It was during his time at Oxford that Tolkien developed a passion for philology, the study of languages and their evolution over time. He became particularly fascinated with Old English, Middle English, and Old Norse, which would later influence the creation of his fictional languages, including Elvish and the Black Speech. As a young man, Tolkien served in World War I, fighting on the front lines in France during the Battle of the Somme. The horrors he witnessed during the war had a profound impact on his writing, shaping his views on courage, sacrifice, and the struggle between good and evil. After the war, Tolkien returned to Oxford, where he became a professor of Anglo-Saxon studies and began working on his own creative writing projects. Tolkien's major contributions to literature are, of course, The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Published in 1937 and 1954-55, respectively, these novels have become classics of fantasy literature, transporting readers to a richly detailed world of magic, adventure, and mythological creatures. But Tolkien's work was not just about creating an imaginary world. It was also deeply rooted in his love of language, history, and culture. The Lord of the Rings, in particular, was influenced by Tolkien's academic background in philology and mythology. He drew inspiration from Norse and Celtic mythologies, as well as Christian theology, to create a sprawling narrative that explored themes of friendship, loyalty, and the struggle against darkness. The novel's elaborate world-building, with its intricate geography, histories, and cultures, has become a benchmark for fantasy writers and fans alike. Tolkien's legacy extends far beyond his own writing, however. His work has influenced countless authors, including George.R.R. Martin, Neil Gaiman, and Ursula K. Le Guin, among many others. The Lord of the Rings has been translated into over 50 languages, selling millions of copies worldwide, and has been adapted into numerous films, stage productions, and video games. Despite his immense popularity, Tolkien's work has not been without controversy. Some critics have argued that his writing is too dense, too detailed, or too focused on mythology and linguistics. Others have criticized his portrayal of women and minorities in his work, arguing that they are underrepresented or stereotyped. And then there are the fans who argue over the correct interpretation of Middle-earth. Is it an allegory for World War II or a commentary on industrialization? Yet, despite these criticisms, Tolkien's work remains widely popular and influential. His stories have been adapted into movies, video games, and even music, with references to The Lord of the Rings appearing in everything from The Simpsons to South Park. So what can we learn from Tolkien's life and work? For one thing, we can see the importance of dedication and craftsmanship. Tolkien spent decades working on The Lord of the Rings, pouring his heart and soul into every detail. We can also learn about the power of imagination and world building, and how these skills can be used to create entire universes that transport us to new and exciting places. Tolkien's work also teaches us about the importance of community and friendship. The Fellowship of the Ring, after all, is a story about a group of disparate characters who come together to achieve a common goal. And Tolkien himself was part of a community of writers who supported and encouraged each other, including his close friend and fellow author, C.S. Lewis. In conclusion, J.R.R. Tolkien's significance to literature cannot be overstated. He was a true original, a master storyteller who created an entire world that continues to captivate audiences today. His work is a testament to the power of imagination, dedication, and craftsmanship, and his legacy will continue to inspire writers, artists, and fans for generations to come. Tolkien with me. Share your thoughts on Tolkien's work and its impact on popular culture in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to LitWErnest for more in-depth explorations of literature and the authors who shape our understanding of the world. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode. Like this episode if it hit true. Share it if you respect honest talk about authors. Subscribe because we'll do this again. This is Ernest, signing off.